And we're live. And we have pack space. That's just kooky. And now we have a massive pile of silver scraps. And a new map to Hobnanigans. It's like some kind of dizzying dream come true. Somebody's not having a good day fishing. I heard the moan. That I missed a fish moan. Somebody just really sucks at fishing. I got a goldfish. I got a goldfish. Bumbles, howdy. I was tweaking some of my OBS studio settings last night. Hopefully I got some of that lag dialed out. I was doing some mounted combat on my hunter last night and it seemed to have cleared up. So cross your fingers. Hopefully it'll be smooth sailing tonight. And it's time for a nice cold Coke Zero. Hopefully you are enjoying a cold, refreshing beverage of your own. Yeah, no lag would be a happy thing. Well, for some reason, I just get the impression things don't run as smooth with Studio as they do on the old OBS client. Still, it's nice to have a little bit crisper scaling and easier to read text, so I just got to try to make it work. Hopefully everything looks good and is running smooth tonight. Your internet is wonky today, keeps freezing the game, and Twitch keeps buffering. That's never any fun. Ooh, golden redfish. That's a good catch. Two tokens, yeah. Not too bad from one cast. Plus I got plenty of time. I might be able to catch a second one before I'm up. Lotro Stream, thank you for the host. I think I owe my thanks to the 7 Hero for that. Hopefully you had a good stream, bud. And if it was somebody else who threw me the host, thank you anyway. I still hope the 7 Hero had a good stream. This is what fishing like a boss looks like for all of you unfamiliar with the concept. I already got me a golden redfish. I am macking on this Bree fishing area. Finished an hour early. Nothing wrong with that. Give you a chance to relax a little bit. Plus, by having everybody come over and check out my stream, it just highlights how much better of a streamer you are than me, 7 Hero. So you got that going for you, too. It's like you could watch the 7 Hero kicking ass, or you can watch Big Ed fish. It'll just make you all the more popular with the viewers. Birthday plus Mexican soccer match. Cool. Happy birthday. Watch Big Ed fish, of course. Well, hopefully Mexico wins tonight and completes a happy birthday for you. Or the game's already over and I just don't know it. That could be too. I'm a Seahawks fan, so an early football game for them is 3 p.m. I have no idea what time zone Mexican soccer normally takes place in. I'd assume Central. Playing El Salvador. I like your chances. That was an ugly cast. It's at 6:30 Pacific. I think good things are going to be happening for Raider Nation this year, Bumbles. Jack Del Rio was a good hire, and it's nice to see him finally putting a whole team back together again. Sir Silverstar, thank you for the host. Good to see you also, my friend. Hope you're enjoying your summer, getting a chance to play some more. Taking a break from schoolwork, or are you one of those 12 months a year students who just can't get to his degrees fast enough? Oh, they're playing here in San Diego. Cool. That's really awesome. You watching on TV, or do you actually have tickets to the game, Seven? Don't like the Raiders, but I hope goes good with the quarterback injuries. Yeah. You bummed about the Chargers moving north? Too darn expensive. Yeah, I'll bet that is a pricey ticket. Well, I'm glad to hear it, Silver Star. Don't care for the Chargers. Yeah, it's a tough team to love. Wish you never moved from Southern Cal. Seven's a Bills fan. You are a glutton for punishment. The silver lining for that team is still a ways off. Although I got mad respect for him. I don't think most sports fans have any idea how hard it is to lose 4 Super Bowls in a row. I mean, no joking aside, you have to be a truly great football team to get to 4 Super Bowls in a row. The fact that you didn't win any of them is just a curse of outrageous fortune. But, I mean, that's a dynasty. 4 consecutive Super Bowls. Kudos to Jim Kelly and Marv Levy. I am doing well, Silver Star. Thank you for asking. For one thing, it's the summer festival here in Lotro. That's probably the best time to fish ever, so that's right up my alley. But yeah, overall, everything's going great. Mrs. Mustafa hasn't murdered me in my sleep yet, so I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, I'm just enjoying summer, and work's busy, but busy is good, and been spending a lot of time hanging out with friends and family, and good life-work balance right now, I think. It was hard, but the past is the past. What's done is done. Just focus on what's to come. Hey, Seven, enjoy your soccer match, and have a great birthday, bud. Thanks for the host. Yeah, there's always more work than there is time for it, that's for sure. Somebody's having a bad time fishing over here. Slow enough without actually missing fish. If I'm going to be doing like consecutive fishing like I am, I like to move my fishing skill down to the number 1 button. And that way I can just tap a key. Gives me a chance to, enjoy a Coke Zero. I don't have to pay too much attention while I'm fishing or hover over the fishing symbol with my mouse. I just hate it when I forget to put the skills back and I'm trying to fish in the middle of combat. Usually it takes me a minute to catch that. I am not a smart man. Corporate America, correct. Yeah, I work in a data center and they've been squeezing everything down, so it's like we can just barely keep up with the workload if we run as fast as we possibly can. Several big projects going on right now, so everybody's a little stressed out about it. Hope that buck doesn't scare the fish. Didn't seem to bother the fish at all. Who knew? Well, I had a great weekend. I'm not particularly looking forward to slogging into work tomorrow, but so I wanted to play some Lotro tonight. Just make sure I get the maximum amount of fun squeezed into the weekend that I can before I have to head back to the salt mine tomorrow. Weeds. I caught weeds. Job fairly secure in your industry? You just never know. I've been with my company 10 years, so if I make it another 10, that would be an extraordinary thing. But it's always good to have options. So will I be getting a gold watch from the place I'm working now? I'd be surprised, but you just never know what the future holds. At least I know as long as we're busy, they probably don't have any immediate plans to do anything. Plus we have a lot of clients under contract that we support, so if the contracts are still in place, yeah, I think things are pretty secure where I'm at. I'm grateful for that. Nobody's going to show up and chain the doors shut when we've got a building full of customers' IT equipment in it and that they're all under contract for years of support. Eladriel, hello. Welcome. We are fishing. I'm going to do some summer festival stuff. I might do some North Ithilien dailies. I'm kind of closing in on Celebrated in North Ithilien. It's not as far off as it was the last time I looked, although I'm hesitant to look because it depresses me every time I see the numbers. Celebrated requires 90,000 rep points from whatever the second highest tier is, which is awful also. How much longer will it be Summer's Festival for? That is a great question. I would guess at least another week or two. I think this is a fairly long-running festival. I don't really know. I'm guessing. If anybody in chat knows how much longer Summer Festival is going to last, feel free to pipe up. Would kind of like to know myself. Ooh, nice. I got 2 golden redfish this time. It's my second one of this session. So, all the drum are just bonuses at this point. Off to bed. Yeah, Silver Star, thanks for popping in and saying hi. Have a great night, and hopefully it won't be so long before we get a chance to chat again. See you, bud. Wish they had a calendar with all the festival dates on it, and WTF with this wrap 90K. I know. At least if you do it for the Host of the West, there's a purpose to it. Unlike, I did it for Minas Tirith, and it wasn't until after I got it all done that I found out, oh, there was no purpose to that other than to just get it done. I think it was worth like 50 Lotro points or something, though. Still, I don't know if it was worth it. I hated running around in circles in those cisterns for no reason. I think I'm... No, I got 13 seconds left. I might have time for one more fish. It's going to have to be a fast bite if I'm going to get this reeled in. Nope, out of time. So I finally pulled the fishing rod in early. Still, 2 golden redfish. That ain't bad.
Greetings, friends.
See how I did on drum. There's 4 tokens. Oh, plus 4 more for the 16 drum. Jealous? Thought so. So I'm sitting on 47 festival tokens at the moment. And I'll probably just be loading up on a handful of Starlit Crystals at some point. So I'd mentioned earlier, I have been... the Breland Pond is never kind to me. Yeah, I got crushed here the other night. That was a much better fishing session. The one in Bywater is really... It's only 10 minutes instead of 20, and you mostly pull festival fish. So if you don't have a lot of time to fish, that's definitely the place you want to start. Get that one done before you head anywhere else. But I mentioned early in the stream, I've been playing with my OBS settings, trying to get those little lag pockets ironed out. Been suffering with those ever since the OBS update a few weeks ago. And I thought maybe something got reset. I went through and tweaked some of the settings and dialed some stuff back, and I think so far it's running better. It still looks pretty good, so hopefully it will hold up. Oop, I forgot I was on my Warsteed. I'm like, why didn't my horse stop? Like I said, I am not a smart man. Let's go to Kellendam next. I'd forgotten to fish Kellendam the first couple days the festival was going, so we'll go hit it. Dungland. Those Saruman-loving, scum-sucking Dunglanders. I had forgotten just how huge Enidwaith and Dunland were until I went back through them again on a Little Ed on Brandywine, and I was just like, man, these areas go on forever.
Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your ear?
I will lend you my fishing pole. My invisible Rohirric fishing pole, because apparently that's a thing. Yeah, orc slop is no fun. Galadriel still has her Prisoner of Isengard outfit that you get. It's packed away in one of the storage areas somewhere. There is a Lulam. Yeah, it's kind of cool as cosmetics go. I hear it dyes really well. I don't know what you dye it for, but I don't know if you wanted an all monochromatic outfit. Something to play around with. You might be able to combine it with the eye patch or something and make a pirate's outfit. I don't know. Be nice if I could take all these goldfish I'm collecting and turn them in for a bag of goldfish crackers or something. I'm still not sure why my Rohirric fishing rod turned invisible. It's a Lulam. Nothing else, the headscarf that they give you when you're a prisoner in Isengard is kind of gangsta. Lulam. 2 in a row. I have my Lady of Streams fishing title up. That's normally the one I have up. I didn't change it just for fishing tonight. Lady of Streams and The Complete Angler are probably two of the rarer titles. Tonight, I am not doing well here in Kellendam. This has not been very productive so far. Too bad you can't hook that guy in the boat. Is that kind of like that old Beavis and Butthead episode where they hook the neighbor kid and they hook a Stewart fish? Ow! Ow! I got a Stewart fish. If that sailor's name is Stewart, then I think you're onto something, Bumbles. I missed a fish? How did that happen? Dwarf of Streams. Lord of Streams would be as close as you'll get. I gotta move and change my luck. Got a better chance of catching the clap out here on the end of this dock than catching a bunch of fish. It's been all weeds and goldfish so far. Let's go one last bite, then we'll move. There we go. Hey, and the first cast is a Lulam. I don't have any evidence other than my own superstitions and anecdotes, but I think it behooves you to stay closer to the docks and not try to fish out into the channel here. I know it's all random number generation and I'm imagining it, but yeah. Who's to say if I'm right or wrong?
Are you streaming?
I am streaming.
Anybody watching you?
I think 6 people.
That's because they're all watching Columbo.
The 7 Hero came by and hosted me because it's his birthday and he wants to watch Mexico versus El Salvador soccer, so he logged off early.
Wow.
And Sir Silverstar is hosting me. And Bumbles and I are just hanging out and reminiscing about past episodes of Beavis and Butthead. Or at least I'm reminiscing. to July 17th. Google is our friend. So we got at least a week. That's pretty cool. I got 29 of the 30 anniversary scavenger hunts done, and the only one I haven't done is year 7 trifles, where you have to go through all the different raids and emote the raid bosses. And I don't think I'm going to get that done, which is a bit of a shame. But if that's the only one I have left to do, maybe I can catch it next year. I ought to just take 2 or 3 days off of work and sit around spamming for groups till I get it done, but that would probably be tedious and a waste of good vacation time. Lulam. See what I mean? My hit percentage is going up now that I'm not out in the channel. I know the only thing the game cares about is that I'm pointed towards water, and it can't really make a difference. But in my pea brain, I'm thinking, stay close to the dock. Aren't you the boys that were whacking off in my tool shed? No, sir, that was other kids or something. I didn't order I ordered large fry, pie, large coffee. Thank you. Please drive through. It's good stuff. Mike Judge is a genius. He went to high school here in my hometown, and he said that Beavis and Butthead are based on a couple of kids that he went to high school with. In fact, he went to the same high school that my dad did. And remember, if you are fishing on Brandywine, send all of your goldfish and weeds to All Up Baba. Just mail them to him at any time. It'll be greatly appreciated. I wonder if he remembers he still has a burglar on Brandywine. I hope so. I know Mike Judge has a couple of current projects, but for the life of me, I just can't remember what they are. Look at them Lulam roll in now. Oh, good. Calabal's the special fish here at Callendum. That is worth 2 tokens by itself. Probably not going to catch 2 of those here, but that will definitely increase my festival token intake. Well, it does beg the question, why am I not fishing on a character that doesn't have maxed out fishing? Probably be more productive use of my time. Lulum. Yes, I think you can get more tokens fishing than doing a bunch of those one-token reward quests. Some of the one-token reward quests are kind of fun and quick and easy. Flying the kites and collecting the crashed kites, I mean, that's all good fun. I would love to master the in-league stuff. I have a long-term goal of eventually getting kindred with them, but feels like that's going to take forever at the rate I do it. I mostly just do pub crawls whenever there's a festival going on. That's, I mean, 1,200 points a rep once a day is okay. I don't know if Kryles is still watching a commercial or not. But if you're here, Kryles, hello. Lulum. That cat should be careful. You know, in Wisconsin, there are fishermen who will use puppies and kittens as musky bait. I couldn't find the pub crawl guy for the Ale Association. I had that same problem. Completed sitting on the dock. I'm pulling in early because my timer's expired. Yeah, I went to go do Ale Association on Little Ed the other night, and the bartender didn't have the quest for me. Make sure and tell Gussie that one. Nah, it's okay. I don't want to upset Gussie any more than she already gets. Besides, I'm not condoning the activity. I'm just saying that it happens. Sometimes people are dicks. Sometimes. So that was 5 more tokens. Not too shabby. That brings me up to 13 so far. Not bad for 40 minutes work.
What can I do for you?
Let's go to Thorin's Hall. More often than not. Yeah, sometimes people surprise you both directions, though. We will ride the mighty war goat of doom into Thorin's Hall.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
Well, I like to fish from the stairs over there too, but this will work fine. So I've heard good things about the new Spider-Man movie. Anybody here in chat seen it yet? Spider-Man Homecoming? Or The Amazing Spider-Man Homecoming? Or Marvel's Spider-Man Homecoming? Haven't seen it yet, but it's supposed to be pretty good. And the amberjack fishing here can get a little slow at times. I'm going to have 1,000 goldfish by the time I'm done fishing today. Eladriel has not seen it. Is it on your list, Eladriel? Is that something you want to catch? Oops, still haven't gotten on the superheroes train. I think I wore it out when I was a kid. Some of the Netflix original series they've done with the Marvel Comics properties have been really good. Jessica Jones was really good. I liked their reinterpretation of Daredevil. And Luke Cage was pretty good. So it's been fun watching those as those have come out. Not a huge Spidey fan. You know, I enjoyed the first 3 movies they did, but the reboot with who's now the old actor but was the new actor at the time, he just wasn't. He didn't grab me. I didn't really relate to him very well. The Avengers stuff has been kind of hit and miss for me too. That Civil Wars was pretty good. But Age of Ultron wasn't my cup of tea. The Thor movies, I'm not looking forward to there being another Thor movie either. Both of the Hulk movies were pretty bad, so Yeah, they put out as many turds as they do gems, but when they're entertaining, they are entertaining. The original Avengers movie I thought was terrific. That was a lot of fun. The Iron Mans have mostly been really good. And I think they've got a Black Panther movie coming out. That could be pretty intriguing. I don't know, we'll see. Zinger just started watching. And I think I just pulled the trigger too early. I got excited by my alert notice. Sergeant Rock or Sergeant Fury, that would be cool. Melly 2017, thank you for the follow. And nice to see Twitch alerts is working. Amberjack. So I've at least gotten 3 Amberjacks so far. That's a happy thing. That guy is off the stairs. Oh, I'm all set where I'm at. Obviously, I'm pulling Amberjack, so no need to change it up. Although it is cool to see the fish actually jumping out of the water over there. Plus, sometimes even bad superhero content can be fun. Like, I watch The Arrow occasionally on the CW. I know it's a stupid show, but it's fun to watch anyway. It's like, okay, this is retarded, but, you know, compared to the stuff Mrs. Mustafa likes to watch, it's much more tolerable. Although it is getting a little long in the tooth. They might be out of ideas. Do you remember the TV show The Avengers with Miss Emma Peel? Of course. Patrick McNee and Diana Riggs. Arrow this year's been meh compared to some other seasons. Yeah, you're not wrong about that, Delarfin, and welcome, by the way. Yeah, that last scene where it was like, I've wired every square inch of this entire island with explosives, and I'm going to set them all off. It's like, really? That's a thing? That would have required a lot of time and resources. Gradient Blue 1, thank you for the follow. Glad to have you with us tonight. And they brought back Deathstroke just to kill him. Well, they can bring him back again. No worries, Delarfin. If I can complain endlessly about the new Star Wars movies, then there's no reason you can't complain about the Arrow. It'll be interesting to see how Justice League turns out. More Amberjack. Wonder Woman was okay. My niece is 11 years old, and I'm trying to empower her and boost her self-esteem. I asked her if she could be any kind of doctor, what kind of doctor would she be, and she told me a nurse. And I'm like, yeah, but you're super smart and talented. You can be anything you want. You don't want to be a brain surgeon or a pediatrician or a heart doctor? No, I want to be a nurse. So I'm like, all right, girl, we got to take you to go see Wonder Woman so you can get this through your head. Be whatever you want to be. You don't have to be what society assigns you to be. Although I don't know Wonder Woman was the perfect feminist role model. Since it's like, you can be heroic and be loved by all so long as you're super hot looking and running around in a strapless corset. It's like, yeah, hopefully she liked the movie, but I won't be buying her an authentic Wonder Woman costume for Halloween. I know that. And then I was all like, Haley, did you know that the actress who played Wonder Woman was in the Miss Universe pageant before she went on to serve in the Israeli Defense Forces? And she couldn't have cared less, so. She was just happy she got popcorn and a soda at the movie. You've never really truly dead in those shows. It always turns out that you were just mostly dead. Yeah, or the League of Assassins put you in their special pool to revive you, or you popped in from an alternate universe and you're not really the Black Canary, you're her evil twin. I know it's on hiatus now, but I have been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's pretty good for network television. It's not great, but it's got its moments. I was kind of digging the Matrix-like storyline they had going on last season, where they were stuck in that construct. Or a reincarnation of Dr. Evil. That too. How the hell many goldfish do I have anyway? It's a bunch, 54 and climbing. I'm sure Olip will be happy when you gift wrap those for him. I don't know any of his character names here on... I think I jumped the gun there. On Arkenstone. I should be fishing on Brandywine so I can send him my garbage catches. He gets kind of temperamental with that stuff, though, or passive-aggressive. He'll just leave it in his mailbox until it gets sent back. Or Crick Hollow. What? I gotta be paying more attention. I must focus with laser-like precision. That's definitely a hit. And I caught weeds, so I'm glad I was really focused there. One per male. Just like the rhubarb, he'd love that. I think you guys are onto something there. Amberjack. We did that to my guild leader in WoW once. Everyone sent him trash items, one per male. Man, was he PO'd. Hey, if you can't screw around with your friends, then what's the point? Yeah, I'm pretty ambivalent about the new Spider-Man movie. I'll probably just wait and get it on Netflix. I don't feel the need to rush out to see it. I don't know, there's a whole lot coming out that I'm going to be dying to see in the theater. Maybe Dunkirk, just because war movies always look best on the big screen. We'll see. I just saw Hardcore Fishing before it refreshed, and I knew who it was. Hi! Lady Gun, hello. Stark 0217, thank you for the follow. Glad to have you with us tonight. Well, I'm probably going to go run a few dailies or something when I finally get done with the fishing circuit. I'd mentioned earlier that I think I got most of the lag dialed out of OBS earlier. I was experimenting with some different settings last night and it was running better, so hopefully that will hold up. I caught weeds. Ninth Pawn, howdy. Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully you got to enjoy your day off thoroughly. Mrs. Mustafa and I went cruising around this afternoon, ran some errands together, and went and met some friends at an Ethiopian restaurant for dinner. Believe it or not, Ethiopians, when they have food, have delicious food. Normally, anywhere in the world, if somebody is starving, usually it's because there's somebody with a rifle in between them and the food. But, you know, that not being the case, the Ethiopians have some delicious cuisine. It's a goldfish. Steve's Courage 12, thank you for the follow. Hey, John Vapor. Epic Hardcore Fishing Stream. You know it, buddy. We've got an official Lady of Streams wielding her +8 Rohirric fishing rod and kicking ass. It's Summer Festival, baby. We're going to rock it. Almost done with Thorin's Hall. Now I caught a Kellenhall at Kellendam, and I caught 2 of the golden redfish. I haven't caught any of the rares here tonight, so. The Big Ed Festival. It is a little bit like they made this one just for me. I need a hit right away or I'm not going to get this bad boy up out of the water. Didn't make it. Ninth Pond's had Ethiopian food before and says it's delicious. I did get a cunning catfish trophy. That is some small consolation.
Greetings, traveler.
So I should just have a bunch of amberjack to trade in. Let's see how we did. Oh, 4 tokens. So I got 8 tokens in Bree. I got 5 tokens in Kellendam. Four tokens here in Thorin's Hall. And we're off to Bywater, so. I don't have either of my first stage items imbued yet, so I need all of the Anphilus Starlit crystals I can pile up. You got all that festival junk to do. Scavenger. Festival horse to the party tree for the win. You want to go get killed on a bunch of raids with me, Zinger? Definitely help with some of that list, but others I've either never done or we'd need more. Yeah, some of them you have to have at least 6 people to even start. Some of them are full raids. You're 7 trifles. Hey, my fishing rod's visible again, so that
Hello
counts
there.
for something.
Might I speak with you a moment?
The music here is happy. It's like an Irish Spring commercial or something. Have you been keeping a half eye on World LFF? No, not that much. Amberjack. I haven't really seen a whole lot. Thorog Farm starting soon. That could be useful, I suppose. Plug-in managed. I got a small fish. A drum. I've kind of accepted the fact that I probably won't get through it this year, Zinger. I mean, if I got a chance to, I would probably jump at it, but as late in the game as it is to start that one, I might just have to wait for next year's anniversary to roll around. Flip off Thorog. That might be what it says. Who knows? Flip for Thorog. Lulim. Another small fish. Yeah, might be the case. With just two of us, we could do Bogrith, Tarlak, Mistress, and Thorog. Drake would just need 4 other bodies, but yeah, probably a bit too much to handle at this late in the game. Ooh, Starry Flounder, that's worth 2 tokens right there. It's a good catch. Might even have enough time left to catch a second one if I luck out. I missed a fish. Well, you could run and do those, and then next year you could be partially done, or just say whatever and do them all again next year. I just assumed that if I didn't get all the way through it, that it would probably reset, and I'd have to start from scratch next year. I'd have to restart the quest. Awesome. Second starry flounder in 10 minutes. That's a good deal. Dare I hope for a third? I can always hope. Any partial quests are reset, if I heard right. I would expect that they would be. It was a good thought. But there's so much fishing to do. At least we have Santa Ed to look forward to next November. I will be sporting the beard. I might not grow it out if Mrs. Mustafa didn't hate the thing so much. Listening to her complain about my facial hair makes me happy. It's the little things that keep a marriage alive. Oh, I don't know if any of you saw my Twitter notification that I was getting ready to stream tonight, but Zinger created that banner for me. So thank you, Zinger, for that. Boy, that's a long time to not get a bite. Still 2-starry flounder. I can't be disappointed with that. Big Ed Mustafa wept, for he had nowhere else to fish.
Lovely day, isn't it?
It is a lovely day. Let's see what we got here. 1 for small fish. 4 for starry flounder. One for drum. 1 more for amberjack. 1 for lulam. So that was a pretty good run. I think there was about 8 more tokens. I will take those tokens. $58 goldfish. 34 weed. And we're riding our steed of the reminiscent dragon, for which I also have armor to go with. This is some of the cosmetics you get from the anniversary stuff. We'll pause majestically on this hilltop so you can all soak in the gloriousness. That is about as cosmetic as I can get, y'all. See what else I have for outfits. There we are. This is the Helgrod armor with the Hotshot cloak. Also a pretty good looking outfit. And we're going to fly some kites and... oh,
A day. My day.
yeah, the math and fishing is not of interest to me. Somebody wants me to fly kites. Dance leader. Cooling off, beat the heat, icy delivery.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Blah, 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 blah.
Hello there. Might I
Blah, blah,
speak
blah,
with you
blah,
a
blah.
moment?
I think this is crashed kites.
Could I take a moment of your time?
You may take a moment of my time. So who wants me to actually go fly a kite? I don't remember. Nope, you're the dance leader. There's a crashed kite right here. That's pretty handy.
Hello there. Might I
Nope.
speak with you a moment?
In league, in league.
Anybody else watching you? Huh?
Mm.
have sense.
There it is, fly kites. Mrs. Mustafa wants a population report. There are 25 people watching me do festival fishing. Anyway.
They should be watching you doing Murder, She Wrote fishing. Or something.
That's a cool banner. Good work, Zinger. Thanks. I hope they made a mouth hole for that noble dragon steed. Assuming they still give 3 each, don't forget about the horse races. Those are worth doing. McVegan Pants, hello. How was your weekend? And Southern Belle is here as well. Glad to have you both hanging out with us tonight. Surprised that epic, heroic, hardcore fishing is such a big crowd draw, but glad you're here anyway. We're going to go fly some kites and pick up some wrecked kites. And I think Mrs. Mustafa is trying to talk to me. Yes, dear.
Is the Drano done?
Yeah, you can wash it down the drain and do your thing.
Look at it.
Our tub has been draining slowly, so I hit it with some liquid plumber earlier, and she wanted to make sure it was okay to use the tub. If I haven't mentioned it before, to anybody who's married, you should get yourself some of these active noise canceling headphones. They're great for when you don't want to hear your spouse. I bought these Nakamichi ANC 80 headphones from Newegg.com. Normally $29.95. I got them for $17.95 with free shipping. Highly recommended. Great sound, comfortable. The active noise canceling works so well it almost freaks me out a little bit. And you know, you can wear them for long streams comfortably. It's not a problem. And Mrs. Mustafa sometimes has to come right in the doorway and wave at me before I notice she's trying to talk to me. Not that I don't hang on her every word. Did she say Murder, She Wrote fishing? Sounds legit. Super sad weekend is ending. McVegan Pants, I feel your pain. I also am super sad the weekend is ending. It would be great to take a week off right now. Actually, it's one of the idiosyncrasies of my business that for some reason work is always slow over the winter, and then when the weather turns nice, all of a sudden the clients want all this work done. I know they don't like to change hardware and stuff around at end of the fiscal year. They got to close out their books, and they don't want their holidays getting jacked with because of outages and stuff. But man, why do they wait until the weather turns nice and it's spring and summer, then they start bombarding us with work? I guess I should just be glad to be busy. Still, if I didn't have something to complain about, I wouldn't be an American. The last Murder, She Wrote is not on at the moment. I think Mrs. Mustafa has all of the DVDs. Should be a crashed kite up here somewhere. Walked right past it, as a matter of fact. Oh, I can't move. There it is. We'll soak that in real quick. Cool stuff. I think I'm missing a kite. There's a kite to fly back here somewhere. Perfect. Oh, that's my blue roan horse. I got that from a pick-up mount box a little while ago. That is a very pretty standard horse. Festival Farmer.
Hello there.
I did enjoy flying those kites.
A lovely day.
And
isn't
here
it?
are your crashed kites. And now we drink. We drink like no elf champion has drunk before.
Good day.
If you're going to drink and ride horses, you should ride heavy war steeds because they're the most nimble. You must have been streaming at the time when All Up would have been streaming when you opened it. Yeah, random number generator definitely got dorked up. Normally instead of a pick-a-mount, I usually get cool stuff like Daleman's crams and tattered cloaks. I even skipped taking the painted red skeleton horse just so I didn't hurt Dracula's feelings.
A lovely day, isn't it? lovely day, isn't it?
It is a lovely day. Or simply a piece of paper that reads, "Try again, idiot." That pretty much sums up my RNG experience. Sadly, I must put the fishing pole away until 3 a.m. Eastern Time.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Drink, 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 drink. Galadriel, Galadriel. Okay, looks like Fern beer is good here. Pretty much you just have to drink what's on the bar.
Good day.
And we're off to the floating log. Yeah, one of the problems with drinking this much in Middle Earth is that there are no Village Inn or IHOPs to go to after you leave the tavern.
I don't know if the Drano's working.
All right. Thank you, sweetie. Mrs. Mustafa does not seem to be impressed with how well the liquid plumber worked on our drain.
It worked a little.
She says it worked a little.
It is draining faster, though.
That was kind of the whole idea, honey.
How do you do? there.
Now we're off to the Green Dragon. We'll ride my Athelian horse. It's frilly enough that if I throw up on it, nobody will know. Just blend in with the decorum. Normal player, how can I possibly get all these fishing activities done each day? Big Ed Mustafa, why aren't there more fishing activities? Exactly. That's a bit of a drop. Not even a Denny's. Post office, here's the Green Dragon. Here we go.
How do you do?
Dane's World, thank you for the follow. Glad to have you with us.
Good day.
Now we are off to the Ivy Bush. Excuse me. I don't get stuck on that dude's roof anyway. There we go. Oh, didn't get the microphone muted in time. Apologize for that. Couple of quick sneezes.
Good day.
I think Moonlight's head hurts here. Dane's World, party time. Excellent.
Good day.
And now we go to the Bird and Baby for a spectacular finish. Please do not adjust your screen. My character is really this drunk. We'll just get off the stupid war steed.
Hello there. Good day. A lovely day.
Boom, 1200 rep. Just like that. All I had to do was chug 36 beers. $30 beers. Nope, 36 beers. And we are 4.5 minutes away from getting sober. The best thing to do if you're super wasted, crafting. There it is.
Did you need something?
I have a huge pile of copper scraps I want to sell. If I can find them. Oh, it's a massive pile of copper scraps, excuse me. It's a massive pile. Oh, you know what?
Hello.
And store those zircon shards. It's probably the only thing I can store. So let's go find a mailbox and send off the scholar stuff, and hopefully I'll be sober enough to travel soon. Send that to Lenorian, my scholar. Looks like I've got a couple of things for Nemini, my hunter. Lots of hides and a poplar sapwood branch. And look who's sober. Thank goodness. Fortunately, Galandriel snaps out of that quickly. Now we get to go do some quests and make sure that the lag pockets have actually cleaned up like I hope they have. I know what you're thinking, but Ed, how can you go questing if you just drained the bottom of your Coke Zero out? Well, this is Mustafa hooked me up. I have another crisp, cold, and refreshed, delicious Coke Zero to keep me going. Sure, it's got great taste and 0 calories, but it also has the life-giving caffeine I need to keep my heart beating while I'm up too late playing video games. And is it too early for task turn-ins? I'm going to say yes. I'm cleaned out of all the good stuff I need for Host of the West rep. Don't have any relics to crush. So I've kind of started doing these in a different order than I used to, and I think I like the new order better. So we'll try that again tonight. Instead of starting at the ranger camp, I'm starting out here at the Gondorian camp. I go out into the wastes after picking up the quest from Mithrandir for noisome flowers. And then when I get done with the stuff out here in the wastes, I can bebop over to Osgiliath and work my way back through North Aphelion. So that's all a thing. I guess as long as I'm here, I think I've been working on weaponists. Let's see what I've got to barter.
Must be defeated.
So much rep to grind. And I've said it before, it probably bears repeating, but on my champion, I like to do dual wield on foot, but I switch to two-handed sword when I am on my war steed, because you don't do dual wield mounted, and it tends to time out better anyway, meaning that your single-handed weapon is going to be slower on a war steed anyway, so you may as well go with two-handed weapons. We're going to go ahead and start the culling. With apologies to Gussie Moose, unfortunately, the Rangers in Aragorn want me to kill wildlife here, so that's a conundrum. There we go. So the key to being out here is to find creatures. Yes?
I didn't need anything. I was just walking in here.
Okay, you were just seeing what was going on?
Yep.
Alright, well you're welcome here anytime, honey.
So get out?
No,
Oh.
you're fine.
I thought you were going to say something like, I'm so glad you're here. Now get out.
Anyway, no, I was not going to tell my own wife to get out of our bedroom. Oh, that's nice. That orc actually counts as a foe to defeat for the culling. Oh, what the hell is I prattling on about? You want to kill stuff that actually drops task turn-in items. So the boars are pretty good. Kerban are useless. They don't drop anything that's worth picking up. So I avoid them. I think Minas Tirith needs about 6 or 7 more tiers just so we can see more sister in action. Exactly right. That would be completely epic. Oops. The crawlers are actually surprisingly good. The reeking filth that they drop and the prismatic carapaces are both good task turn-in items. And I just pulled one of each off of that one. And 2 reeking filths off of that one. So knowing what's good to kill is almost as important as knowing which plants are good to pick up. I don't think the bears are particularly good. Oh no, he was terrific. Worn fur and 3 moldy skins, plus a burnt ear. So that's 4 task items for turn in, plus 2 Anorian hides. Yeah. Okay. Bear are good. So if you do your task turn-ins every day, as I encourage you to do, you also have to whack plenty of wildlife. Keep your bags packed up with goodies to turn in. There's 2 reeking filths and a prismatic carapace. Sometimes if you get directly behind something and scare the crap out of it with the horn, you'll hit them real hard with that. So he was good for 3 moldy skins. Okay, so we've completed the culling. That was good for 700 rep. Now we need to go collect some moss. And these are the dudes that have the moss. Our old friend the bog lurker. And I switched targets for no explicable reason. One down. Other good targets out here, believe it or not, these swarming marsh flies and the bigger ones that are flying around also give off reeking filth and sometimes the prismatic carapaces. So you can kill those at your convenience as well. All good for task turn in. And I am annoyingly close to a roving threat, which I will not engage solo at this time. And he went down. So anyway, I'll show you what I mean with these swarming flies. They drop nothing that time. Okay, that didn't prove my point. But at least they're easy to kill. Okay, that time I got bubbling goo off of those. Not the task item I was looking for. That was a pretty solid hit. Okay, we're at 5 of 8 on the moss collecting. Now what the hell did I do? Oh well. Don't be like me, boys and girls. Lock your taskbars so you don't accidentally lose combat skills and have to go back in to add them again. Which is what I have to do. Skills. More steed skills. Horn blast for the win. There we go. And even that having been said, I probably still won't lock my taskbars. I tend to move them around and do stuff with them, so I don't like to have them locked. Like when I move my fishing skill around. But every once in a while, I'll just accidentally dump a skill in the middle of a battle. Oh, that was an ore node. That's pretty funny. There's a one-shot kill. Get a little bit of running start and hit him from behind, and boom. This is what I was looking for earlier, these marsh corpse flies. Also good to kill for task item drops. He dropped a reeking filth and 2 prismatic carapaces. And they're pretty common out here, so you can carve them up pretty fast. Another reeking filth. Now the Evangleam that you're actually looking for cooking tasks out here are generally purple on the ground instead of white. So they are a rare ground spawn. And I could use a way to find them a lot easier. That's 8 of 8 on the moss. Legendary item needs reforged.
More light?
Sure.
I don't know if I have more light.
Aurora Ember, welcome. Bumbles. I remember my first encounter with a roving threat. It was in the North Downs. Lucky Chickens, thank you for the follow. Back then, everyone in chat was like, what's an arch nemesis? Hi, Aurora. And I think I'm going this way. Yeah, the music out here in North Affiliate and the Wastes is really good. I'm excited to hear what Chance Thomas is cooking up for Mordor, but they haven't been slacking on the music. It's been pretty good stuff. That was another Reeking Filth and Prismatic Carapace. You won't get piles of stuff off those corpse flies, but they're easy kills and they're all over the place. And there's another roving threat right in the middle of where I need to be. He is a 1.75 million morale Drake. So I will have to do my best not to aggro him. Two moldy skins. And I need Haunt Reek. 12 pieces of it to be precise. There's more Haunt Reek out here than that. Might be one more bit of it just a little further in. Let's go see. Yep. I think I decided to attack him. There's more Haunt Reek. You can take him. Kill him, Ed. The best chance I would have of taking him down would be if he were to drown in my blood. There we go. I almost ran right past the fort I'm headed to. It's these tall bushes. You'd think Sauron would send an orc out here with like a brush hog to clean some of this up. Three Haunt Reek. That always sounds better in my mind than it ever sounds on replay. Oh good, we got a lore master in here already cleaning the whole place up for me. It's one of the problems with this endgame content, particularly when you're waiting for the next expansion. We all get bunched up out here, all doing the same thing, tripping across each other, and these orcs are really defending this Haunt Reek with their lives. Haunt Reek. Haunt Reek. Well, at least the mob experience is shared. No more kill stealing. Yeah, that's a happy thing. Open tapping for the win. Yeah, it's funny that more MMOs don't just go ahead and do that, because it's like such a simple solution. It's like, oh no, our players might accidentally get 50 more experience points than they deserve somehow. It's like, really? That's a thing? You'd rather have us bickering and sniping at each other? Because we're all trying to get the one last orc we need to kill for some go kill 12 orcs quest? Haunt Reek. Okay, now we can Warsteed up. And head to town. Hey, Deathman. What is up? Ian Walfu, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Two moldy skins and a worn fur. 3 moldy skins. Where's the low quality fishing that you were promised? Dude, I fished every festival fishing opportunity, all 4 of them. Since you're such a dedicated and loyal follower of the Stream Death Man, you can catch the replay later. I'll be sure to post it to YouTube so you can go back and watch it. You'll probably want to see a lot of it in slow motion. Observe the casting techniques, things like that. Boom. It's right by one of the braziers. I need to burn the haunt reek in. Bellandora, thank you for the host. You mean I have to watch Ed Quest? Close your eyes, it'll go by quickly. Let's see what we have for task turn-ins now. Let's square that up. The music out here is really good. I've got Warren Fur, Reeking Filth, Prismatic Carapaces. I know I got moldy skin. Burnt ear and bubbling goo, I would be surprised. I actually have 10 burnt ears. That is surprising. But bubbling goo, I'm sure I'm not there yet. I only have 7. So before I turn those in, I ought to find a relic master if there's one here. Rep dudes, quartermaster, quest turn in dude, dudes, healer. I don't think I got a relic master here. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I don't see the point in searching. I don't think there's one upstairs. Yeah, ride the goat up there real quick. Better to be certain. Forge Master? Forge Master? You all suck. Forge Masters? Who's a Forge Master? None of you. You're all useless. Forge Master? You're not Forge Masters. No Forge Masters there. You are not Forge Masters. Well, that kind of sucks ass. I've got to turn in the quests here. I don't have to do the task turn-ins here. But if we had a Forge Master here at the Ranger Outpost... I could light my screen up like a pinball machine. Why are none of you Forge Masters? It makes me sad. That does sound like a good hot pot dinner. A brazier full of hot reek. Maybe with a little sesame oil and some chicken. Oh, I have a tie to there. Camp of the Host is just right up the road. Not worth burning the milestone skill. Not very far apart, actually. We'll go see the Forge Master, then come back for the quest turn-in. And I can do task turn-ins here as well.
I greet you, friend.
Okay, now we're ready for more quest turn-in. And task items. Like Martha Stewart says, it's a good thing. Rep. When in North Athelion, ride your North Athelion horse. Or something. See, that would be cool. What if they gave, like, steeds like a 78% speed instead of a 62 or 68 when they're in their native area? Like if you had an Angmarine steed, it would do 78% speed boost in Angmar. That would be okay, wouldn't it? Here we go. See, what's crazy about this is I'm getting as much rep for these task turn-ins as I do for the daily quests. Do your task turn-ins, boys and girls. It's good for you. You get rep points, item experience, regular experience, war steed experience. You earn titles. You unlock the ability to turn in more tasks day by day. Only good things happen from doing your daily task turn-ins. And what do we have plenty more of? Moldy skin, prismatic carapaces. What did I not get done? There we go. One of the most important things about doing your daily task turn-ins is it gets crap out of your bag. That's never a bad thing. See what we got. Junk, 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 junk. Junk, 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 junk. Okay, so I knocked a couple of quests out from the waste. Did some task turn-ins, turned in a couple of quests. Now I'm going to jump to after the battle Osgiliath. I can go do Mithrander's Noisome Flowers quickly and easily. But Ed, aren't you happy with the 2 copper stable master discount? That helps. I will take that 2 copper discount. Look at how pretty my horse is. But it looks like my lag spikes have pretty well cleared up. I don't think I've had a lot of chop tonight so far. So that is a good thing. Really? I never bothered with tasks until I watched you, though. I'm glad I could be a bad influence on you. Well, this is a perfect example of where they really come to play. I mean, I can get as much reputation in North Ithilien by doing my daily tasks as I can from doing all of the dailies. I mean, that's crazy when you think about it. It's like, here's a bunch of animal skins, and I just did 10 pain-in-the-ass quests for you. And they're like, okay, well, we treat those equally. It's just a good way to help cut through the grinding a little bit. And we're off. So I can turn that into Mithrandir the next time I'm back at the camp of the host. But for right now, I can pop into Henneth Anun and pick up the rest of the dailies. As a general rule, Bumbles, anytime you find yourself saying, I should do what Big Ed does, you should just stop and reevaluate what you're doing. I'm probably not the best role model. But it does seem like there's a lot of free experience and rep points and good things just laying out there, when if you're going to be questing and killing stuff, you may as well be turning in your task items anyway. So you can already see North Ithilien starting to clear out. I think players are starting to pack into the wastes bit by bit. Everybody's getting ready in anticipation of Mordor coming out. I don't think it's going to be too terribly long before I have most of North Ithilien to myself. Hopefully I won't want to be here anymore pretty soon. Alright, so as soon as you walk out of that hideout, you've got a couple of spots of fertile soil on this side of the river. Have you eaten on stream yet? Bellandora, I have not. Mrs. Mustafa has not brought me a snack. I mean, I'm a big boy. I can go get my own snack. It just tastes better if she brings it. And I think I was streaming Friday night, and she brought me peanut butter and jelly and cut it into little quarter sandwiches so that I could nibble on it on camera without having to stuff half a sandwich in my mouth. And viewers were outraged. Other wives want to make sure that Mrs. Mustafa's treatment of me does not spread. The idea of having to bring their husbands like little snack sandwiches while they're playing video games was too much for them to bear. I try to explain, it's not like I'm lord of my castle or something. It's more like I'm her pet. She brings me little treats just like she would, I don't know, a guinea pig in a cage. Or the way she might give cat treats to a kitten. She's all like, oh, he's so helpless and kind of dumb. I need to go make sure he's okay. If I had any dignity, I should be insulted by it, but I'm just smart enough to keep my mouth shut and go along for the ride. Also, please keep in mind that the bucks and does here in North Athelion, even though they are excellent for dropping lots and lots of task turn-in items, you shouldn't hunt them because they're cute and furry, and it will upset Gussie Moose and Eldolith. So despite the fact that this Athelion doe is literally loaded with task items, don't hunt them. Even though that would be one of the best things that you could be killing just to get extra task turn-in items. You don't want to do that. Exactly. Take notes, Bella, how to find a catch like Ed. Yeah, we'll never know why Mrs. Mustafa stooped to such low standards. I can only be glad that she did. Because I like Bellandora so much, I can only hope that she does much better than my wife did. Ed is not a fish. If you don't have a webcam on and Gussie Moose can't see you hunting them, John Vapor, well, that's up to you. Is there a commandeerment command? A commandments command? There's not a commandments command. That might be a fun addition to the Moobot. So I got the first 3 patches of moss, managed to plant quite a few seeds. Now I'm back at the camp of the host. So I can do my noisome flowers turn into Mithrandir. And that's another daily done. Then if you ride out of the camp this direction, waiting for you just around the corner, is a place to hurt your horse's leg, which is very exciting. Also, the old ranger outpost, now full of orcs. Thou shalt fish, thou shalt do inventory management, thou shalt do daily tasks, thou shalt eat on stream, thou shalt craft. And I did crafting earlier too, while I was still intoxicated from the in-league run. I did my Host of the West crafting. Sadly, it was quite a while before I figured out how close Torngroth was to the Camp of the West, or the Host of the West, or the Camp of the Host, or the Camp of the Host of the West. Bella pulled out a Coke Zero. Congratulations. I feel like I've done good things for the orc population around here tonight. Hey, Elder James. This does not appear to be epic, heroic, hardcore fishing. I have done lots of epic, heroic, hardcore fishing, but since you mentioned it, you and Deathman both missed the fishing segment earlier. Lo and behold the awesomeness that is Lotro fishing. Somewhere I have a fishing pole. Where's the fishing pole? There it is. I fished all 4 festival spots to open up the stream tonight. We did Bree, Kellendam, Thorin's Hall, and then Bywater and the Shire. And I must have pulled, I don't know, 20 festival tokens. I did pretty good. I had 2 golden redfish. There you go, golden mullet for the win. This is the way I need to go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stay with two-handed weapons. Now, I finished that cave. Right down the hill here, there's normally a soloable warband that appears. The Cat Keeper. And he's worth, I think, 900 rep. So we're going to try to run into him here real quick. Assuming he'll be along in a convenient and timely manner. Oh, Cat Keeper. There he is. See, right on time. Here comes the Cat Keeper. Here, just for fun, we'll create total chaos. That was awesome. I aggregate everything in about 200-yard radius of me, so... Sure, I could have cleared all that, but what's the point? Sadly, battle cats and mountain lions do not drop a whole bunch of particularly good task items for turn-in. So now that we got the Battle Keeper out of the way, we head over to these ruins, and I'm going to find some more fertile soil for planting seeds. I am doing great, Elder James, and am happy to provide you with all of the fishing entertainment you desire. Oh, I was fishing inside of that cave with all the orcs in it. There's a little pool in there that you can actually fish in. More fertile soil. And more fertile soil. So at this point, I ride past the rest of the ruins. Head down this little switchback. Cross the river. Climb the hill. And ride smack dab down into the fields of Cormolan. Whatever the heck they're called. Cormolan is correct. So this is where I collect seeds, collect tree sap. And invariably you'll get aggroed by wildlife. Sometimes you can move away, sometimes you can't. The hawks around here are particularly annoying because they will instant aggro you. And like their friends out in the waste, they're basically useless. They don't drop anything of any particular value. And again, make sure you don't aggro any of the does or the bucks, because they drop tons and tons of task items, and you'll feel guilty if you have a big pile of those to turn in. It may haunt your dreams. Stina is now auto-hosting me. Thank you, Stina, for the auto-host. She should just be getting up and getting ready for work. Yeah, now she's probably still asleep. Or getting ready to head into the office. Oh, the mundane tasks required of a battle-hardened murderer of orcs. Gotta love it, right? Welcome, great and powerful hero, slayer of Balrogs, quencher of dragon fire, he who stands alone against the shadow. Here are some seeds. Please plant them. I just got my war steed. What do you recommend for a hunter? Light war steeds tend to be the preference of most players. They make you fast and nimble and help you stay out of the way so that you can circle around your foes and shoot them while they struggle to even reach you. So a light war steed with a light bridle and maybe red line. If anybody else plays a hunter on a war steed, feel free to speak up. But that's the best I've come up with, John Vapor. Oh no, this buck is going to attack. Don't do it! I wanted to be friends, Mr. Deer. Two moldy skin, 3 worn fur, an Anorian ironbound loot box, and an Anorian hide. I'm guilt-ridden over every piece. Such a shame. I wish it hadn't had to come to that. Oxlip, deer, worm, blah 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 blah, more tree sap. Just doing my best to stay away from that worm. The Athelian buck gave me a Dear John letter. Exactly. And the doe dropped just as many task items for turn in, but are way easier to kill, so definitely don't hunt them. Just remember, boys and girls, no actual creatures, living or otherwise, big or small, were harmed in the making of this quest. And even if I killed every deer in North Athelion, Standing Stone Games could make more. There's a couple of piles of oxlip seeds on this hillside on the wrong side of the river. I don't think you have to get both of these to finish, but it makes it easier. Yes, computer-generated deer are technically otherwise. Don't look over here, Mr. Bear. There we go. I am trying to stay away from the buck. It's annoying to have to fight every creature in North Athelion to complete these dailies. Veal is tasty. That's just a fact. Oh, real deer are tasty. Veal is tasty, venison is tasty. And Zach Shaw, thank you for the follow. Glad to have you with us tonight. So we've completed Tree Sapper. We've tended the garden. We have retaken Torngroth and fished in Torngroth. I didn't want anybody else disappointed that they missed me fishing earlier. I fished quite a bit tonight. I am trying to skirt around all of the cute fuzzy animals as best I can. Okay, I've got all my seeds and sap. So the quest that I used to guide me the rest of the way home is a gift from the enemy. So that's going to point me towards the next Sun-Touch Troll that's out here in North Ithilien. Which is actually just about straight up the top of this hill. Ah, stupid battle cat. There we go. He did not make it. Now, there are probably more efficient ways of going through all of these dailies. I'm just showing you what works for me. I've got some landmarks that kind of help guide me around. You have to hop around a lot of geography. There is a lot of ground to cover out here. And this is just kind of a way that makes sense for me. The third troll is going to be down this hill, up this road, and across to one of the rivers. It's a bit of a ride from where we just were. If you're not in a hurry, you can stop and kill stuff and pick flowers. The dangers of North Ithilien is that you can spend all day and all night out here killing stuff and picking flowers. There's no limit. Okay, and our last Sun-Touch Troll with the patchy moss on him should be right up here. Ta-da. So that completes a gift from the enemy. And I should only have a couple left to do. And the 2 that are left are going to be saving the wild and snuffing them out. Assisting the herbalists as the meta deed. The viewing public is demanding that I eat on camera, honey. Do we have anything for snacks?
Leftover Ethiopian food.
I figured you wanted that for lunch tomorrow.
You can eat it. You want some?
Nah, probably wouldn't be very easy to eat on camera anyway.
True. The only thing I have for you is not much.
Could you make like a beef Wellington really quick?
We're out of beef.
Oh. Turducken?
Don't have any duck.
When did we run out of duck? There it is. My first bit of burning brush. So anyway, after you get to the 3rd troll, you'll start finding burning brush that has to be extinguished. And of course the problem with that is there's all kinds of wildlife around all the burning brush. And then when you finish with burning brush, you get to go find the orcs who started the burning brush on fire, and you get to murder their faces. So it's up and down the hill until you extinguish 10 brush fires, and then you go extinguish 8 orc fire starters. And if you're greedy like me, you can pick up a little bit of scarn while you're riding up and down the hill. Oh, now I got a goat mad at me too. That is an ex-goat. Even the goat dropped 3 worn fur. That's kind of a happy thing.
Triscuits and cheese?
Sure, that'd be great.
Plate? What were you eating on here?
I think that's left over from last night.
What you ate last night?
It's the natural drowsiness that watching my stream induces, Elder James. Singer calls it the Big Ed Mustafa effect. You think everything's fine, you start watching me stream, and then the next thing you know, it's like 11 hours later and you're practically drowning in a puddle of your own drool. It's just the inevitable consequences of a hardcore extreme fishing stream. Stupid hawk. The mountain lions are also avoidable. They have a lot of morale and they don't tend to drop very much as far as task items go. So you can spend your time better than fighting those. Exactly. Zinger's familiar with the effect. It's one of the reasons why Zinger likes hanging out in my stream. He gets almost twice as much sleep now as before I started streaming. Okay, well, we're doing pretty good on burning brush and stupid mountain lion. I was just going to say these ruins right in front of me, they kind of denote the top of the hill for me. When I get to those ruins, I know it's time to turn around and head back down and to keep trailing off to the south. Thank you, Pookie. Tonight's snack will be Triscuits and cheese. Looks like Swiss cheese.
See,
It was a really dry Triscuit. Anyway, so you see the ruins, you turn around, you start coming back down the hill. And you trail off to the south. That's going to lead you to the rest of the burning brush that you need to extinguish. It's also going to point you towards those pesky orc fire starters that you need to murder in the face. And we've angered another goat. So if there's no burning bush name above the burning bush and you can't select it, you've already probably extinguished it previously. Both of these I have. Bloodline, thank you for the follow. Glad to have you with us tonight, sir. Now you have to watch out for our friends the fire starters. They are elite mobs, they have a lot of morale, and they hit fairly hard. Which is why I'm going to pop a Scroll of Anorian Battle Lore and a Scroll of Anorian Warding Lore. I'm going to eat a delicious 7-star stew. If you do not have a scholar making warding and battle lore scrolls for you, you should build one up. They're extremely handy, easy to make, and all of your characters will benefit from those. So that's our first fire starter. We've got a Mordor Searcher over here that I don't care about. And that's my 10th bush. So we're ready to go kill the other 7 fire starters and then head in. See, the problem with the fire starters isn't that one of them is particularly difficult. It's that in some of the areas over here, they tend to path into you in multiple occasions. Meaning that if you stand in the wrong spot when you're fighting one of them, another one may walk up on you. And that can be bad. I've actually been able to take them down 2 at a time, but if you get a third one on you, that's usually not good. Two fire starters. See what I mean? They're kind of lousy thick in some of the places around here. Man! That was annoying. Well, case in point, let's see if we can take 2 of them on here. And there's another one behind me again. Five of 8 already. It's a little scary when they're all bunched up, but it sure does make them easy to hunt. And there's another fire starter right down there. So we have fished, we have crafted, we have done inventory management, we have eaten on camera, and we've done task turn-ins. It's been a successful stream. 6 of 8. Man, they're respawning quick too. Prodigy is appropriate for this battle. Dwarf's Beard and Elf Spear are normally useless as far as plants go, but I think they have a slightly higher chance of giving Amber or Sapphire essences. Rock Rose almost never gives off rare essences, but it gives off lots of common ones, so it's kind of worth picking from that perspective. And I am looking for one last fire starter out here. There he is. Come here, buddy. Eight of 8 on fire starters. That is all of the North Athelian dailies. Oh no, I've still got 5 minutes and 58 seconds on cooldown. We'll get there the old-fashioned way. One of the nice things about this route is that it actually kind of brings me back towards the ranger camp. So that's how I do my 11 North Athelian daily quests when I'm grinding them daily. And right up here at the top of the hill is the road. And I've got a little bit of a ride ahead of me, but I'm on a heavy war steed. It shouldn't be too bad. I've earned a Trisket. And if you have to tinkle, I apologize in advance for the sound of the waterfall. The Budafist says, if only there was a beverage that could help one resist the big drool. Something crisp and refreshing, yet with delightful caffeine. It's also useful if your wife brings you a really dry snack. As previously stated, though, I'm just glad when she doesn't murder me in my sleep, so I'm grateful for whatever snack she chooses to provide me. Alright, I have to sell some crap.
What news do you bring, traveler?
I bring good news of great joy. Shattered spears. Anphilus essences. Lesser resolute earring. Petrified heartwoods, useless. Lorngus Scholar Scroll. My scholar's pretty well capped. All of my characters are pretty well capped. Vlaster Club, thank you for the follow. Glad to have you with us tonight. Sell those. Reflective scales, not useful for anything. Calibrant salves, not particularly useful for champions. Plus 85 vitality. Yeah, I can go ahead and sell that. I will not sell the golden mullet, though. As we all know, fish are valuable. I will save that. Blah, 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 blah. Forager's basket. Would we get anything good? Nope, that was all crap, too. Catriana ND, thank you for the follow. It's a very full inventory. We're doing inventory management as some of the stream tedments. We can destroy that. And we'll pick those. Hooray!
It is good to see an ally in such dire hour.
It is good to see an ally.
On the hills of Ithilien.
So a couple of Ithilien essence fragments. That's what I was afraid of. All crap. I got an amber and a sapphire off of that basket. Nothing wrong with that.
It is good to see an ally in such dire hour. Will you hear my plight? Will you help bear my burden for me?
All crap. One amber.
Be wary, my friends. Evil spoils these grounds.
All crap. All crap. Alright, nothing to reforge yet. That's a happy thing. I hate to punish myself like this, but I did get an Honorian loot box. So I'm going to disappoint myself and amuse you all by opening it on stream. It will make me sad. So let's swing by Casa del Galandriel. We'll store our golden mullet. Or wake up like Ray Liotta did with Lorraine Bracco, astride him with a revolver pointed at his face. That's true. Oh, this is a fun little thing. I got my standing stone. This was one of the quest rewards you could get from the anniversary scavenger hunts. I think if you do at least one from each year, you get a quest to go find a NPC thing somewhere, and you can actually get a standing stone for your yard. To celebrate Standing Stone Games, the developer of Lord of the Rings Online. Sturgeon Group Trophy, Darter Group Trophy, Trout Trophy, 50-pound salmon, and I've got duplicates because Nemini, my hunter, has done all of those as well. And in my housing storage is where I keep my most precious of preciouses. That's right, my cooking ingredient fish. I actually had to pay extra so I could get a refrigerator freezer housing chest that would keep all of these fish fresh. So I now have 141 golden mullets socked away. Ooh, and the cat keeper was worth 56 marks. Very exciting. Yeah, I don't even want to open that scroll, it's just too depressing.
Until we meet again.
What do you
Please
need?
be out of keys, please be out of keys, please be out of keys. Okay, I have some more zircon shards to sock away. I do. Well, I got keys, doggone it. Alright, let's burn a key. Give me something good, give me something good, give me something good. Here, we'll even do this. I'd equip both horseshoes if I could. If that were possible, I would do it. I have both horseshoes. Erebrander's other and Erebrander's horseshoe. We'll even put the horseshoe on for good luck. Here goes nothing. Oh, I got mithril coin. Okay, that didn't totally suck ass. 15 mithril coin, Tome of Continuing Item Experience. Okay, that part was a little lame.
How can I be of service?
More importantly, I may only have 9 keys, but I have another pack slot available, so that was kind of a wash, actually. I don't know when I'm going to use that Continuing Item Experience tome. But we're okay for now. And task item turn-ins, I do have more Warren Fur. And I can finish the rest off with Shattered Spears. So I like to show off the task turn-in area in your housing neighborhoods. This is a wonderful, wonderful convenience that got added a few updates ago. You could come up here and, like, let's say I've got Bubbling Goose. Are Bubbling Goose even usable? I don't know. It's a 105th level item, so if I go to the 101 to 110 board, I can just click on it, and if Bubbling Goo is listed, guess what? Those are useful for task turn-ins. Like, one of the things I sold earlier was a Reflective Carapace, because it ain't on the list. So if you come to the housing area, you can use this to check and see. Are these items usable? Are these items not usable? There's also plugins you can get that will tell you that. There are websites where you can find a link that will tell you that. But if you're the kind of person who doesn't run plugins, you don't have multiple monitors to have a bunch of screens open, just come to the housing area. And the other thing that's cool about it is, like the worn furs that I do have to turn in, I can turn them in for Host of the West, or I can turn them in for Riders of Rohan. It just depends on which one you want rep with. I want rep with Host of the West. So I can click on the Host of the West worn furs and get the rep and rewards for the group that I want. Boom, plus 300. So I can do one more task turn in tonight. This is going to be a throwaway task turn in, but hey, if you can do 10 of 10, why not do 10 of 10? So I've got plenty of Shattered Spears. They're only good with Riders of Rohan, and I have been Kindred a long time. So that's finished. I've done my 10 task turn-ins for the day. Task limit reached, and that'll reset when the servers do at 3 a.m. Eastern. Legendary item leveled up. So I've completed task turn-ins for the day. That's the housing task turn-in area. It's wonderful. It covers everything from level 1 to 110. And they'll probably have to add a little section right here where this lamppost is when 115 becomes a thing. Hopefully we'll get a 111 to 115 board too. So that's task turn-ins. We've eaten on camera. We've crafted. We have managed our inventory, and we have fished. Boy, have we ever fished tonight. So that just about wraps it up for me. I really appreciate everybody who came here to hang out tonight. It is a school night for me. I've got to be back at the salt mine bright and early. So most players have a housing chest. Big Ed has a Yeti cooler. Exactly. It keeps the fish fresh. I remember reading about the housing task turn-ins in the patch notes it was introduced in and thinking it was incredibly useful. It is so nice. Hey, Elder James, thank you for watching the stream. It's always a pleasure when you come by to visit. I'm going to see if there's anybody else streaming Lotro we can go say hi to. So bear with me just a little bit here. We're going to want to open that in a separate tab. Take a look. And who else is streaming Lotro this time of night? Bloodborne. Awesome. Bloodborne's highly fun and entertaining. Let's go host him. So thank you for hanging out with me. I want everybody to give Bloodborne a Coke Zero raid. And I will see you guys all again here soon. Definitely Friday, and who knows, I might cook up something in the middle of the week too. And I'll bet Bloodborne is actually on Lotro stream and not on No, he's on Bloodborne. Okay, he's calling it Echoes in the Dark, but he's on his own channel. So that's why I wanted to go double check that. We're actually going to go raid Bloodborne with a Coke Zero raid. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Have a great night. And hey, I had a lot of fun. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with me, everybody.